This video, I'm going to talk about the one thing you really need to focus on if you are skinny fat and you want to lose body fat and end up with a lean, toned, and tight body. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jodie and I help you change your beliefs so you can change your body, your health, and your life. So as I said, this video, I am talking about one thing you need to focus on, and it is not what you think it is, because I notice this with a lot of my clients, and that is what I help them kind of learn to do, right? Seeing the progress when it doesn't seem like it's happening, because that is so normal for all of you and me as well. There will be moments where you are actually making the right progress, but because it doesn't look like how you want it to look or how you think it should look, you might think that it's not happening, and then you get disheartened, and then you give up too soon, and then you end up stuck back to where you started, because you'll look for something else, you'll look for the next fix to help you, and you'll think, oh, that's perfect, that sounds great, you'll be really motivated, you'll start again, and then the same thing will happen. It will look like it's not happening fast enough, it's not happening how it's happening for other people that you see online with these crazy 2-month, 3-month transformations. Then you feel bad about it, you give up, and then you have to start again. That's not what I want for you. Most of you seriously need to just focus on the right thing and keep going. For this one thing that you need to focus on, and it carries over to everything else, and as long as this is happening, then you can kind of assume that you are losing body fat, you are building muscle mass, is your strength. If your strength is going up consistently in the gym, and it doesn't necessarily have to be on every exercise or every single week even, but you should be able to increase on something given life is going well and your body is feeling good. If you are sick or coming back from an injury or something like that, then obviously it's different, but overall your strength should be increasing over time. And as long as your strength is going up and you are hitting your calorie target and your protein target consistently, you're hitting your steps as well, that matters, then you can assume that you are losing body fat and you are building muscle mass. Something else that can help you kind of confirm this is your body weight. I don't want this to be the main focus though, because then you get caught up in it and you can start to get disheartened if it does jump up a little bit, which is so normal, especially if you're female. But if your body weight month by month is remaining fairly consistent, it's kind of maintaining, then that really tells you that you are losing body fat, you're building muscle if your strength is going up. Now, if you are staying on the same program for more than, I would say, 6 weeks, then it's very likely that your strength is not going to continue going up and you will plateau, and that is the reason for using a periodized structured program, right? It kind of beats the plateau and it allows you to keep getting stronger over time. Now, in saying that, I just want to add this about the body weight thing. That's not the focus though. The focus has to be strength, because I've had clients gaining body weight and still losing or maintaining body fat and gaining muscle, which is progress as well. Now, something else that's really important to understand is that strength gain impacts the fat loss, right? So the more muscle you have, that impacts how easily you're going to lose body fat and how well you're going to respond to your calories. So you can't think of just, oh, the fat loss isn't happening, yeah, I'm getting stronger, but I don't care about that because I can't see the fat loss. If you have that attitude, you are going to get in your own way and you are not going to make the progress that you deserve to make. You have to celebrate the strength gains like their fat loss, because the fat loss side of things will take longer. The strength gains should be happening every single week if you're doing things right, unless you're sick, as I said earlier. Or if you're female, then you go through a cycle. So a lot of you will find that 1 week of the month you are kind of weaker and you might not be able to increase, but generally most weeks of the month you should be able to see those strength gains and celebrate those and get in that mood of, I am making progress, this is working, let's keep going, and stay there, because then the fat loss side of things will catch up and you'll actually see that too. Even if you don't care about getting stronger, you have to, because that is connected to the fat loss. And even like with your food, right, that's connected to your training performance and that impacts your strength gain. So that's all connected, and that's really important to make sure you are hitting your minimum calorie requirements, whatever they are for you, and your protein as well. And then your steps, they carry over into the fat loss side of things. So even though it might just seem like, oh, it's just steps, it's just a walk, it doesn't really do anything because it doesn't get my heart rate up, it doesn't make me sweat, it's not hard, so I'm just going to ignore that. Like, no, if you have that attitude, again, like, you are getting in your own way. Everything matters and everything plays into this. Even if you're injured or even if you go away, it doesn't mean, just say you have a week where you literally can't train, it doesn't mean everything falls apart. It doesn't mean you can't still keep making progress in some other way. It doesn't mean that you should just give up for the week, even when you go away. So I am going away literally next week now for a month, and I'm still going to be working. Everything is as normal. I'm just going to be in a different environment. It is going to be a lot harder for me to get to the gym, and I honestly don't know. I probably won't be tracking my food for that time, but I'm not just saying, oh, we're just having a month off, we're having a break for a month, because this is a lifestyle for me. I actually just got back from Melbourne as well, and I said on my Instagram that, like, it's so much harder down there for me to get everything in and integrate the habits that I integrate so easily up here, but I still make an effort to, because of how it makes me feel. It makes me feel good, and at the end of the day, everything else happens easier if you feel good. So if you're in school and you're worried about exams, like, yes, I get it, it's stressful. I went to university for 7 years, like, I really understand it. I was the biggest stress head back then as well. But you have to realize that taking that little bit of time out to get a workout in is going to impact how you feel, and then it's going to impact your performance when you go back into study mode. And it's the same with working, or when life is just stressful. I know it's hard to take that time away. You have to think of all the benefits that that is going to give you by having that mental break, by having that physical break, by getting your body moving. Anyway, so I'm going on a bit of a tangent, but when I'm away, I'm not just saying, okay, we're letting everything fall to the side. I will have a plan that I can do if I happen to be able to, and I will have the best intention to keep things up, but in a flexible capacity. I'm not going to be hard on myself if I don't get to. I have the best intentions, and that's what matters at the end of the day. And if I can't keep my training up for some of the time, I will aim to keep my steps up, and I will aim to be mindful with my food. Maybe I won't be tracking, but I'm definitely going to make sure I get as much protein in for whatever meals that I do eat. Just because one thing falls to the side doesn't mean everything has to fall to the side. And that's where a lot of people go wrong, is they think, oh, I can't do this, so that means I may as well not do anything. And then as a result, they get nowhere, because life is always going to come up. Things are always going to happen. Maybe it's not a vacation or a trip somewhere. Maybe it's not getting sick or anything serious like that. Maybe it is just work gets really busy one week and you find it overwhelming, so you don't make it to the gym, or you need to take a step back from training for the week just to manage everything else. Like, this always comes up, and if you can't learn to deal with it, if you can't learn to adjust your mindset over everything, like, you don't have to adjust your training even, but it's the mindset. It's like, okay, I can't work out this week, or okay, I didn't get any workouts done this week, but that's okay, because we've got a fresh week now. We can make an effort to get to the gym more this week and keep things progressing. And then also, maybe I didn't get my workouts in, maybe I didn't have time for that, like it was just too much, but I did have time to still track my food. I did have time to still go for a walk and get my steps up. Maybe you didn't do anything, but the key is not to let that get to you. Feeling bad and guilty about it isn't going to help you. Throwing it away because life is too busy for a week or even a month, and so that consumes you, that's not how you do things either. You have to always aim to be just doing something to work on your health and your body. Even if life gets too busy for a month, I am sure there is something you can focus on. You can focus on keeping your protein up. You can focus on getting enough sleep. You can literally pace around your house at nighttime whilst you're watching TV to get those steps up. Like, there's so many ways to still kind of do your best with whatever life throws at you. And like, I have clients that are injured and they still train around that injury, or they literally are pregnant and they still train up to the birth of their baby. Do what you can to maintain what you can, and then it's going to be so much easier to just keep going when life calms down a bit, as it is to just like completely taking a break, falling off, and then starting all over again when life does calm down, but maybe it doesn't, you know. I find that happens a lot. We think, oh, we'll do it next month, we'll start when it's perfect, we'll start when it's calmer, and it's just like, then the months just pass and you're in the same spot as you are because you never started. Life didn't calm down. Like, there's always something going on, isn't there? That is all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please like it. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email, and I will see you in the next video.